Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew Lead, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Looking forward to seeing how this one plays out now as G2 go up in the ring versus AGO Esports, a team that have managed to get themselves from the top of the MDL and now find themselves in the Pro League playing with the big boys. I've got two big boys with me as well. We've got YNK and Spun J.
What do you mean, big boys?
We're getting bigger with all the bloody snacks in the green room.
All the snacks.
Can
and
we
of course,
ban
you just
chocolates?
Hench, you have that word?
Yes.
Yeah. Hench.
Ban chocolate?
Swole. In the green room, we should get rid of it.
We need to get rid of all the snacks.
I haven't eaten any of it. I'm worried about you guys.
Why?
I'm just eating the carrot sticks.
If I want
Chocolate,
chocolate, I'm going to have some chocolate.
Look at the odds, though, from Betway. They're stacked against AGO. Good grief. That was a big advantage in favor of G2. Now, before we get into the nitty and the gritty, I do see a finger on your ear, Shem. That only means only one thing.
Got the feet on the ground, the eyes in the sky. The B-Stream update coming at you thick and fast. Tonight we've had Space Soldiers take on Heroic. They won the first map 16-1 on Cobblestone. The second map was on Train, which Space Soldiers won 16-5. They're very dominant wins, and that was Rubino's first showing for Heroic. Absolutely stomped out there. And then moving on, Fnatic with more woes. They played Hellraisers. They lost in overtime on Overpass. 2 Hellraisers on the first map. And the second one, they lost 16-11 on Inferno. So it's a nice 2-0 for Hellraisers there.
Fnatic 0-4.
Not looking good for the Fnatic guys.
Oof, bad start for Fnatic, bad start for LDLC. We'll see if it's going to be a bad start for AGO. They already picked up one win versus the aforementioned LDLC, but now they go up against a French talent that is a little bit more intimidating. It's G2, and actually two of the main factors, core factors of why they're so intimidating is that of Kenny S and indeed Shox, or at least at one time or another, they both have been filling up the kill feed.
Well, I'm still waiting on confirmation whether Kenny S is playing or he's watching the Champions League game because he's an avid fan of Paris Saint-Germain, so I don't know if his focus is going to be entirely on this match. So, but G2 desperately need to not slip up here because they are going to lose Shox for the majority of the season. They already had an 0-2 score versus FaZe yesterday, so they need to be fully focused on this game and preferably get a 2-0.
Just to build on that point, Alex, in the sense of the Shox and Kenny S being the mantelpiece for this team, that what it has to be, right? We need Shox and Kenny to be the 2 stars with everyone else filling in the roles behind that. The thing so far is Shox has been the in-game leader, giving up room for everybody else in the team, which has been a problem. Obviously, we saw the interview yesterday. There was all the stuff at the major with G2. They want to make Shox that star again, but we still have that asterisk of the injury with him that's going to linger, and it's going to mean, hey, maybe he should be giving up that ground until he's had the surgery, until he can get back to his max performance. I just think the thing is, with these injuries, obviously it hurts you in a way, like physically it hurts, right? But you're still going to be playing 110% or trying to, and it's only going to be a few situations where it doesn't come to fruition.
You know, I feel like we should talk about the AGO at least a little bit here because they're obviously the lesser-known team. Looking up, you know, doing some research on them, they've actually played a lot of maps together. You know, they played 250 maps in total, 50 maps on LAN with the same 5 guys. So this is a lineup that does have some experience, some comfort playing with each other. Obviously, we talked about Grubby and Furlan as the 2 guys that have had some experience before playing even at majors and so on. So it's going to be very interesting seeing them, not just in this game, but throughout Season 7 of ESL Pro League, how they fare against some of these Tier 1 teams, because this is probably the best chance they had so far of proving themselves against the best.
They must be feeling a great deal of pressure that perhaps the other names in this Pro League do not feel anymore. They're much more familiar with this environment, much more familiar with the process. You know, there's a certain time, you're still at home, you have to take it in 100% seriously. There's a whole lot of money on the line, and your opponents for AGO have never been this tough. I mean, they played the MDL and topped it, great. But, you know, instead of the Virtus Pro and Gambit and the various curveballs, now instead you are going up against an entire league laden with that kind of talent.
And here's something that you need to consider, right? For AGO, this is almost like their Super Bowl. This is the highest level of Counter-Strike that they get to play at. So they're giving this 150%, whereas, you know, maybe it's only 100% for G2 who are coming in as the favorites going up against an underdog. And this is where these upsets can happen. This is where AGO can really surprise us. And I think the fact is that this team has played so many matches, as Yanko touches on. It just shows that they're on the same page. They're all, and that's something that I think is very important in a team, is being on the same page, and that's the best way to move up the ladders very quickly. And
then a quick question then to round things out is just, Yanko, what can our viewers look out for? What do you look out for when you're seeing a team that you're less familiar with, like AGO? What are you looking for to kind of gauge their talent and gauge their ability to play?
I look at some of the fundamentals, how good their game plan is, because that's something they can have preset coming into a game, coming into a map, right? I want to see them having a clear idea of what they want to do in a round, good coordination, right? If you see them just scrambling for kills or maybe just going for openings and then falling apart, if that doesn't come in, that tells you that, you know, there's not much going on there. Obviously, I don't expect them to win, but seeing some of that stuff, like good fundamentals, playing for each other, playing as a team, not as individuals, that's always a good sign.
Okay, and we'll see what actually Henry has to add to that one. We have him standing by with Sedicus, the casters, for this next affair.
Absolutely.
Just expanding upon what we've just been talking about.
It's Valentine's Day. We stay loyal.
100% loyal. But the question was, what do you look out for when you're looking at a team that you don't know as well? How do you know
I
they're
think
good?
it's pretty cliche answer, just to play our own game, not look too much into their strategies or their demos. I'm sure the analysts would have had a look and be aware of some of their key nuances and what they bring to the table, any tendencies they can bring out, but nothing too complicated. G2 pound for pound are going to have better players here. They're very strong on a map like Nuke. I think they'll be absolutely fine coming when that comes up. But overall, yeah, just stick to your game plan. You don't need to try and anti-strat them. Just play your usual game. You should be better.
You should be better. Well, we'll see if they are. AGO versus G2 on Cash. We finally get it, Hank. We said we hadn't seen it enough. I know you like it.
I do like it, and it's a fragging map, and we know AGO have got some hard-hitting players. These kind of teams are sort of rising up now. Like we saw at the Major, some teams you might not necessarily heard of do have capable fraggers. We're about 6 years into CSGO now, you know, so it's getting to the point now where they've played enough, and they've been watching these top-tier players for a long time, and they're catching up, so they can actually be competitive. They've made it to the Pro League. They're starting to turn some heads, and we'll see whether they can actually manage to cause a dent in the G2 offense here, as MBK will be going in first with the Desert Eagle. He'll be looking towards CT spawn. Can't land the one. Deeg, as I say that, he does pull off the head of Furlan. That'll be their entry in towards the A site. Shoxy follows it up. It's going to be a 5-on-3 with an open plant going down.
Well, with that said, Snatchy is going to run all the way through. Toad is not the GOAT. Don't be misled. As Toad does at least get body, but it's Kenny S immediately thereafter. Not watching Champions League right now because he is the champion. And Snatchy's the last alive G2. Quick bomb plant, quick-ish round. Snatchy doing damage onto MBK, but can't get the kill to try and flank him out. Good reaction, I will say, to take down Shox. Careful, boys. This guy's got some aim, but he's gone now.
Well, there it is. Nice shot from MBK to open things up. That's the 1D as he walks in towards the A site. Kenny S helps himself with a couple of kills here. Nice work with the Glock. He's going to need all the money he can get. So obviously, being the AWP, he wants to get a little bit more than his teammates. As we go into round number 2, this will be the 4 spy from the Polish squad. Looking at some of the names there, Furlan and Grubby come to mind in terms of we've seen them at big events in the past. They have experienced major play. And I was quite interested. I didn't know that stat, the fact they've actually played 250 maps together, 50 of which are LAN. That's a lot. That's
the thing with CIS. We do not see them enough. There's a lot going on in that region that we don't hear about as frequently as Western viewers, or whatever you want to call us. North American viewer, in my case. I don't have a home, Henry.
No.
No one will have me. No one will have me.
But 5 rifles for G2. You don't usually see them run that kind of setup. There's more often than not have a few SMGs to work with. As Apex and MBK will open things up. The rifles, the 4 spy, doesn't seem like yielding any sort of success here, as Furlan takes a lot of damage there as well. He goes down to 21 HP with the CZ. Just hiding on the A site. You can see a straight line formation from G2. Just trying to step out the remaining players. Good shot from Kenny S to find the 4th. Snatchy towards CT spawn. He might get 1 kill there. He's lucky. Kenny S snaps back round though and snatches his head.
I like what you've done.
That's good, right? And it will be round number 3. Kenny S looking pretty crispy today. Watch out, boys. This could be one of those games for him. This kind of opposition he should be devouring. Like, he would be very excited, like the guy said. He wants to get this done as quickly as possible. I believe there's some sort of foosball game going on that he wants to
he is a big fan of the table.
Yep. It's actually really popular in France. That's cool. All the French guys I've ever played in that, like, know all the crazy tactics and grabbing the players and like flicking it all around and stuff.
No spinning. That's
no
cheating.
Spinning. But for some reason they're allowed to grab the players like that and kind of like reposition them how they want. It's kind of weird.
That's weird. You can do that?
Yeah.
That's in the rules?
Yeah, go look on YouTube. You can see that. Just type in French table
We played
football.
foosball once. I was winning 9-1 and somehow you beat me.
That's right. I remember that.
I don't want to ever talk about it again.
Yeah.
First I thought it was funny, and then I got really mad. Shox is going to push up and make AGO a little bit sad, I think. They won't get mad. They've only got pistols. No need to rage, lads.
Thing is, they haven't caused a dent in G2 whatsoever in any of these rounds. They're going to be swelling in terms of cash. I don't think they dropped a kill in the last 2 rounds. So, Toad No, they haven't. You can see just 2 kills in total for a go, and they've got 3.5k coming towards G2. So they're going to have 5 rifles already, 7k in their back pocket. They've got residual grenades as well, so Toad even finds 1 kill. That actually be something for them to go forward with, but he doesn't get it. 3-0 for G2. Now they can really dictate the pace of the game. Like I said, 7k per player, and they've already got their grenades. Body will have to buy a few more. Obviously, the big talking point right now, G2, as the analysts were going over, is Shoxy and his injuries or surgery coming up. So they want to try and get as many wins under their belt in Pro League before he has to leave. We'll see whether Snatchy, the AWP player, will be able to shut this down. They've got no kits after their force buy. Code makes his way towards the vent. It's been shot out already as Apex has been boosted up. We'll get into...
I like this AGL logo.
The birds, they can call themselves?
The birds.
Yeah.
It's just
Defects,
AGL.
though. Oh my god, he was boosted up and has completely obliterated 2 players there. He'll take the AWP, or the Galil, I should say. They're swapping over to the lesser weapon, and BK will go down eventually to the AWP. All of a sudden, this could be possible for AGO.
Shocks. Furlan instead over towards... So, again, there is names on this team we all know. The only 2 I really don't have Fur and Snatchy. Fear and Snatchy. It's Furlan, Grubby, both come to mind from playing in the major. So body to back off. Apex still looking into middle with 15 HP. I believe we're still waiting to see Envy with their new roster. Obviously G2 stayed clear of the roster shuffles, but they'll have to contend with Shocks leaving shortly. We make mention of it time and time again. For obvious reasons, he's such a profound player on this roster. Furlan takes down Body. He tries to follow it up and get Kenny as well, but he'll slide out and get him back. Right behind him, the forklift will at least get Kenny back, but keep in mind, he has to reverse that fire toward the inside of the site, where it's now Apex and Shocks. He's got an Apex toward the truck. Shocks has to clutch this back. 1 versus 2. Snatchy has an AWP. Shocks manages to somehow evade the bullets. Oh, I was going to say twice. My goodness.
Wow. Okay, well, it looked like it was going to be very successful with G2 there. Apex opening things up with 2 great headshots. But kill by kill, AJ got back into it. Comes down to the 1v1, and Shoxy had no chance, but it's a jump across, hope for the best there. Here's Snatch to have a look at that shot. Misses the first. There's the second, though. Gets the headshot as well. Well played by him. They're going to be really struggling here. MBK with the Krieg once again. This has been a big talking point of the Pro League so far. I promised I'd tweet him. Maybe I'll do it tonight after this and just work out his reasoning behind it. He thinks it's a viable weapon. As we get into MP9 UMP set up for AGO. Obviously, that's AWP. And this time drops not a deep enough smoke, I'm afraid. It actually keeps the flames alive, taking a lot more damage than he expected. That seemed weird. It seemed like it did touch the flames as Body helps himself towards the B-box. He gets 1 of that Krieg. What he can here, but Apex takes him down as well. 4 on 2. It's going to be now just 1. Toad with the MP9. Not really much he can do about this one, I'm afraid. Tries to negate these smokes. And he gets through somewhat. He'll get 1 kill, but surely shut down by Kenny. Yes, there it is. Final kill comes in. 4-1. Harsh reset for AGO. The 1 round they won is now kind of in vain because they're going to have to take a double eco here. Might just force into this and hope for the best. Indeed they will. The Eagles, 5-7 CZs. Groovy will get the... We're going to Groovy or Grubby?
Groovy.
Groovy.
It's Groovy, baby.
Groovy.
Groovy. I like the
Shagadelic
powers. Yeah. Krieg!
It's out again.
MBK. We saw it yesterday on this map. It's a big gun, isn't it? It's Gawkly almost in his hands.
Oh, yes.
Even though it doesn't look much bigger in terms of the model of the AK, it's just that foregrip. It's got so much girth to it.
It does indeed. Remember, this is the force buy from AGO, so this will spell a full eco into the next round. Furlan somehow got all the way towards T-spawn. Problem is, he's got players on the other side. Shoxy about to take him down. Spots him. Won't be able to pull the trigger. A little bit of a difficult spot there. But there's a kill in the back. Takes down another. 5 on 3. Flashes towards that squeaky door just to make sure no one's coming towards him. A bit clumsy to get towards T-spawn, but it's fine. No issues here. It's looking like another clean round from G2. They are certainly the heavy favourites, like I said. Going into this one, they are pound for pound, like every player on G2, you'd expect to be a better fragger than AGO, but they've managed to get themselves in the Pro League. We're yet to see whether it was down to tactics or raw firepower. Didn't get to catch any of them obviously in the MDL. We were in at the same time.
Well, with that said, bomb planted, Apex taking back control. It would be 1 gun lost, and then the ensuing making us 5-1. The Krieg without a kill. Someday it's going to make its way into the meta, Henry. We can't stop denying it.
There it is. An iconic weapon.
Inevitable. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, there you go.
It's really not that beautiful.
It's a big old boy. Snatchy will get 1. That's the 5-7 coming into play, but the bomb's already down. The round will indeed be going in favor of G2. The best PHR and Snatchy can hope for here is indeed just holding on to their Deagle's 5-7 in armor. They will do that. This has to be the full eco now for the teammates. Groovy can potentially justify, I guess, a couple of PT50 for his teammates. Will he do that? CZ for himself. And that's pretty much it. G2 off to a flyer here. Have you managed to catch an AGO game before?
I've not.
Nothing before?
No, nothing to report, I'm afraid. A stack in middle, I can report that.
I remember like these guys were Vexed before, a couple of them.
Yep, Vex and E-Battle.
Yeah, that's right. So I remember that. I even think back in Clone 2015, these guys were there. That was my first major. I'm trying to think whether that was them. I think it was. There was a Polish team like that.
That might be correct. I think they qualified for the first time actually at DreamHack Sweden, which was the qualifier for Cluj. And that was when they were known as Vex. No, that was when they were E-Battles. I can't remember which was first. The chicken or the egg.
Well, let's have a look. Random breaks. And no AWPs available. It was Snatchy who was the AWP before. 1-7 for Groovy, one of the more decorated names of this squad. And it's not looking too good. They've got no defuse kits, no AWPs. 1 incendiary, which will presumably be used for later stages in the half to allow them to go faster towards the boost if they so wish. Kenny S. Waiting for a push towards a storage. There will be one. Fireline goes up to the Pronax boost. Kenny S, though, he has to come up with better ideas than that to take him down. That's very obvious. It was a strategy that did work maybe in 2013, but not so much these days. If you've got nothing else to do, that smoke's down, you're just going to be watching the pushes and those jumps up to the boxes. So Kenny S will get the first kill. Nothing really to go nuts about. And coming towards middle. Toad in towards that connector. 5-on-4. MBK trying to use this Krieg the best he can. We'll have a look if he can get a few more kills. We yet to see him have a really impressive round with that weapon and show us, oh wow, that's why he uses it. That's much better than the AK. I don't think Snatch will get much done here. He's still got a smoke. If you can detect them coming, he wants to smoke that entrance in about 5 seconds ideally. Now he's seen a bit of conflict there. Here comes the flash first to push him off. It might be a little bit too late here. PHR struggles with the aim somewhat, but does manage to get the kill, so no harm, no foul. There's the smoke eventually. Body is trying to do what he can, but the bomb's going towards A. So this is all just about keeping these players contained at the B site. Doesn't actually do that. It actually goes down. And now he managed to keep 2 players towards B. So it still could be fine here as G2 fully commit. Apex finds 1. Will they be able to get the second? It's down to just Groovy. Double gets it, drops the bomb. And MBK now with that aforementioned Krieg does do a fantastic job there. Gets it down. And now the backstab comes through, and I don't think MBK will survive this one. Yeah, he's going to lose this round. There it is. PHR. I keep wanting to say Fur. PHR takes him down.
Same.
And it will be a pretty decent round there. Groovy gets the nice little spray down here. Kills, gets the bomb. MBK did have a flash in the pan with the Krieg, but couldn't win out the round. 6-2. Plenty of money still for the G2 side. AGO needs to start converting a few rounds in a row. Just winning one here or there, then losing the next isn't going to be good enough. As you can see, only keeping 1 player alive each time. The MP9 has to come out of the FAMAS. Need to start gaining some traction here. Body's got a Krieg as well. So they've got 2 Kriegs. Okay.
They've done 2 Kriegs on this map before, yesterday.
Yeah.
They did it. So yeah, this is a thing they're trying to really bring into their game. Either they're trying to loosen up and have a little bit of fun, or they're actually legitimately experimenting with this in Pro League. I would say it's still an unstable concoction. Needs more vinegar. Maybe a little bit of spice, Henry?
Could do.
give it a bit of a kick. We'll see if MBK can kick it into high gear, opening the door. He can scope in on the forklift, hit that tiny little crack of a shot. See if it works. I don't think so. He's trying it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. He does eventually actually take that back. It's Apex that gets the damage. Body will walk in. He'll take down Furlan finally. He gets a kill. It's up close. Not using the scope, and Body follows it up by getting Toad. Didn't see if he was scoped it or not, but he makes it work. Snatchy, meanwhile, takes back the shot on to Body, leaving us with just NBK, the bomb, and a Krieg.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good for him. He'll go for the plant. That'll allow them to reposition. They don't push on him straight away, but still they have a huge advantage here. The smoke might make things a little bit more troublesome. I think that Molotov will land. We'll have a look as the CTs push in. It's going to take a marvellous shot here from MBK to have a chance here. PHR takes him down. And they're starting to arrive now. 2 players surviving, 2 rounds in a row, 6-3. And Body gets 2 kills. It's round number 9 going in favour of AGO. They're definitely one of the favourites to be relegated this season. Just because we don't know too much about them. They could stun us, who knows, as the season goes on. I'll be impressed if they pick up a few victories. Obviously coming straight out of MDL, it's difficult to go toe-to-toe with the big boys, but we'll see. Another full buy here for G2. Starting to be whittled down now. They keep consistently planting and finding frags. Double orb set up for Snatchy and Toad.
Oh, in to the Krieg. Oh, there we go. Get a double? Yes, indeed.
There it is.
Justified, Henry? Are you happy?
I mean, he's always going to kill people.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get some banter going, Henry.
Yeah.
You don't have to be such a grouch.
It's in the right hands. Definitely be deadly. But it's going to be Shoxy now to try and finish things off. 3-on-1. Furlan doesn't look like he'll be able to win the round as MBK uses that fast one towards middle. Thankfully, the orb missed the shot on him, managed to get the double kill. Quite pretty. As Furlan now has to try and retake the B-bomb site, which will probably not be happening. Might want to save the money because it's always been a massive problem here for AGO. He'll come in, he'll give it a go, see if there's any sort of opportunity. Will they make a mistake and maybe MBK gets a little bit too greedy with the Krieg and he can find an opening. Doesn't really seem like he wants to fully commit.
Furlan above. We'll catch off Kenny. Ooh, he's thinking about this. Molotov's off heaven, knowing one just went toward tree. He's going to get on it. That's going to take away the only angle. Oh, I think he sticks that, he wins. I think he sticks that, he wins. I don't think MBK had the angle.
It would have been like 1 second, I think. I think MBK had him. He was jumping out to headshot. It was close. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I think it was worth the risk, at least.
Yeah, I would say probably worth a go. We'll see what happens as we...
A go.
Exactly.
I see what you did there.
See?
That was clever.
And it will be round number 11 here.
Number 11, and a Krieg carried over once more. Just a FAMAS for Furlan. Smoke out in mid this time. They don't want to mess with the ACOG.
Yeah, always smoke the mid entrance. It's going to be a force buy here from AGO. Their money has been wrecked again, so they'll buy what they can at FAMAS, and let's go down thanks to Body in the smoke there. Kenya spots one. Already takes this, nails the shot, takes down Toad. He wants a little bit more. Furlan, oh my god, that was wonderful from Kenny S. A clean round for G2 here. 8-3, another eco coming up for AGO. This was the force buy. Just PHR, or as we're calling him.
You get the R in there somewhere, right? Either way, Body's gotten Why do they pay us money?
I don't know. Look at this shot from Kenny.
He's all right.
He really wants to get out.
Get out alive.
Full eco for AGO. 9-3 guaranteed. Not looking too good for them. They have put up some competitive rounds, lots of 1v1s. That's the problem. They haven't won a really clean round just yet. MBK hoping to find the one tap there.
Shocks looking to highway. Does spot up Grubby. Grubby? Grubby. You're right. I think it's Grubby.
You changed now?
I'll change back in a few rounds, but
all
just
right.
check with me first, okay?
All right.
Rub-a-dub-dub. 3 men in a grub. It's supposed to be a tub. Body looks for the shot. To Snatchy! So the headshot as well toward the back of the site. That hasn't occurred yet, so we snap over and catch Apex taking out Furlan. That's not bad. From way downtown.
It was. Just going to be the one for AGO, though. Money will start to get in an okay position, not ideal.
By my count, he has 6 or 7. Again, I can't count. So 6 or 7 kills on the Krieg.
Yep. He does. 10k as well in his back pocket. They're pretty much set for the rest of the half now. As once again, AGO can't bring out the orbs or defuse kits or a single incendiary. Very, very weak buy. In terms of a gun round, they get the M4s out. No HE grenades, just a note as well. No smoke. There it is. It comes in just in time. MK still firing off shots to try and get anyone crossing.
With that said, Apex covering off toward middle with Shocks in the corner waiting for a flash through. It's Furlan above. They're looking, but they won't find it yet with that angle. So hold your horses. Toad tries to get some job. Work a job in mid. Not quite the payday looking for him because it's Apex that's already gone by. He's already toward highway, and that means Furlan's found in the boost, and that means the boost will not work out to anything, to any good effect at all. Good shot back from Apex. Groovy goes down. I've gone back to Groovy already. It's Toad found by Kenny.
4 and 2. For headshot will go down. Snatchy trying his best now, the AK-47. They're putting up fights in terms of some of the duels, but overall you can see G2 just having more fun now as they just get the pace up and they establish money. They know they're going to be winning most of the duels. Apex especially is running around the AK-47. It's hitting every single shot. And we'll see whether he can get anything done here. It's going to be Snatchy waiting in the B-bomb side, is holding onto the AK-47. Money's got to be kind of tight for them. He should be able to get his kill in Apex. Good position to do so. Apex will definitely come looking in a second. MBK first, then actually hit the shot. There it is with the Krieg once again. 2 kills for him. And there it is. Apex makes his way up towards highway. Shroud boost player, it's going to be Furlan. And gets having a bit of fun now. And looks like another eco required from AGO. They have to maybe go all in. Groovy has. He's got a FAMAS. I'm not sure what he's hoping that's going to achieve. And he's just left his teammates out to dry. Apex will find to keep things off through the smoke.
Through the smoke, it's a cloak. What a lovely bloke. Let's go to the spa for a soak.
And a toke.
Shoot yourself.
That's rhyming.
Just rhyming. It's not something I would do.
Yeah,
not on a spa,
me too.
especially. But I do remember James Bardoff saying, "I'm going to the spa for a soak in Atlanta." He loves the spa.
We went to a different spa 20 minutes away.
We had one in the hotel. He's like, "No, this
which
one's
was fine.
better. This one's better."
I've been to that one he went to. I've been there twice. It's fine. We only went there because we didn't have one in our hotel. It didn't make any sense.
Listen, maybe he just really likes the
Each their own.
staff.
I'm sure maybe he does. I just couldn't work it out myself. He was
Maybe
paying
there's something else
$30 to
going
go
on.
as well.
The man is made of money. Snatchy is gone. He's been flashed off, turned away, and Body able to walk into the backside of his body. As take down Shocks. Although watch for Grubby. He's gone back out and he takes down Body. It's Grubby Groovy with NBK and Body.
Well, there we go. Round number 15 coming in. Can AGO make it 5? G2 will certainly be fully equipped. You can see they've got money for days. Kenny S will bring out presumably the AWP. Shoxy could do as well if he really wants to. He could buy an AWP and an AK-47. Let's see if he's that way inclined. There it is. He'll buy an AK as well. I'm sure there'll be one on the floor for him. And incendiary's dropped. MBK trying to get that first pick. This is in control right now. It's actually single up towards B.
Seemingly in cruise control. 4 rounds, not bad though. It's manageable if they can get to the other side. Snatchy's all right, you know. I don't mind him.
Yeah, good shots there, but it might not be enough. 4-on-3, make it 4-on-2. It's Fur and Furlan are the last two players here. Shark can actually do some damage here. Unfortunately not. That's going to be it. It will be 11-4. There might be one constellation frag through the smoke. Furlan's got 8 bullets left. Hoping to find Kenny S. Just they've had the stats of this one, I'm afraid. That's about as good as it's going to get. Kenny S is denying everything right now, making sure the round is 100% locked in. And Body, you can see him in there towards the checkers. More bullet will be landed by MBK, just taking down to 4 HP. Apex is out. There it is. Nice shot. 11-4. And G2 will be in a very strong position here. Look, you can see that unfortunately, I'd love to say differently. It wasn't like it was a very tactical game. It was just them kind of getting going, resetting them every now and then. AGO definitely got some aim, but a little bit out of their depth against this sort of terrible position.
Shots from Shoxy. Well, yeah, they're definitely out of their depths. Unfortunately, the bottom end of the league certainly seems slightly skewed this year. Remember, AGO did beat LDLC yesterday, so they sit up among the mid-table at this point. Kenny, my God, he's quick. They're certainly putting G2 in a win column that's desperate for them. If they lose to AGO tonight and then lose Shox for the week 2, which is actually 3 weeks away at this point in time, week 2 of the league, in league time, in leap years, means that they would be in a world of trouble moving forward. This one is going by at seemingly leap speed, Henry, because we're already at a very one-sided scoreline favoring G2.
Well, there we have it. 3 for 15. I have to correct myself. It's not Toad, it's Toa.
It's Toa.
Yeah, so we've kind of been calling it Toad, like the ugliest of the amphibians.
No, Kiss the Toad. It is an O. It looks like a D.
Yeah.
It's because phonetically in our minds we see Toad.
Yeah.
The Toad is a beautiful prince. Come on now.
Eventually, yeah, but I think most people don't want to be called a Toad. But I apologize. I take it back.
Hey,
it's Toa.
With G2 in the server, it's better than calling him a frog. So.
True. That's good.
All right.
Okay, well, there we go. It does look like, why do I think it was a D? It's quite clearly
It does look like a D when you just glance at it, because it's like in English language, you look at the last letter, the first letter and the last letter, and you can, even if the misspelled, exactly, your mind looks at it as a complete symbol.
Well, there we
I
go.
forget how that works, but yeah.
Decoys and 5 sets of armor for the AGO boys.
Toa.
Shoxy in full position there. MBK moving right in the fast lane towards the quad. He does manage to get a couple of kills there. It's now a 3-on-3. If Toa and Co can manage to win this pistol, that will actually get them back in the game quite dramatically. We'll see if they can do it right here, right now. Apex pushing in. He's going to have enemies all around him. It's going to be PHR to get another killing blow there with the Glock. It looks like AGO have done enough here up against Kenny S and Body. Can they close this one out? Ooh, goodness gracious, maybe not. Time's ticking away though. There is a kit available, but it looks like they're causing significant damage, and that should be it now. It's going to be down to Kenny S to find the 1v1. Groovy can't do it, and they're going to win the pistol here.
2 kills from PHR, 2 kills from Groovy. And that puts us into a 5th round for AGO in a position where they can capitalize on momentum with the economy in their favor. So G2 will force in ever so slightly. In fact, Apex drops NBK, a scout. Apex has head armor to go with his CZ. Shox has one as well. In fact, all 3 players with CZ have armor. Shox the only one without head armor, and Kenny S doesn't want to invest into that for obvious reasons. Save money for the AWP, the expensive weapon, $47.50. Toa's got great position. And Apex is no Moa, as Toa gets the kill.
Yeah, they haven't really fully invested in this round, have they? They did manage to get a couple of bits of armor and stuff. They rush towards B, and Body will do some damage, but it looks like this is going to be an AGO round. As they're getting developed, they are getting into this slightly. MBK. Waiting. Kenny S will do well on here. MBK actually gives them a bit of distraction play here. Yes, this could actually still fall apart. Oh my goodness, it's down to PHR now, and it all goes wrong. How has that happened? It looked like it was so set up. They go into exactly where the CTs are. Oh my goodness, G2 bounce back, and a bit of a horrible moment there for AGO. It seemed they'd done enough there. I didn't expect that whatsoever, especially with the Scout P250 combo, no armor. Kenny S managing to find the key frags there. Full force buy from AGO. Deagles, CZs. And a first one bullet from Toa. Goes towards middle, beats the smoke, takes down body. Won't be able to recover the rifle. G2 will make sure they hide that. But a nice start, I have to say.
Shots, good spray, takes out Groovy. Apex back to Toa, so things turn as somehow I'm not surprised G2 managed to win the last round, take the momentum back. It's not done yet though. PHR with 2 now, a second on the Deagle as he takes down Apex with a headshot to middle. Bomb dropped, he'll pick it up on his way. But he's got a long way to go in that he still has the Deagle and 16 HP against both NBK and Kenny S.
He'll make his way towards there. At this point, I'll be happy for him when he gets a plant. He's got to find an M4. It's actually an AK-47. Here we go. He can sneak behind the B-bomb site. Or we'll go towards the truck. What does he decide to do? B it is. 50 seconds. No one in there. Definitely can get a plant down. Maybe a bit more than that, considering NBK and Kenny S do not have kits between them. They have got rifles and full HP. They'll probably win the round, but if you can get a kill and a plant, that would be okay. Here comes a plant, nice and safe. NBK seems to know it's B. Nade comes in, that confirms it. Flashes as well. So PHR, he needs to find a really, really early kill here. Play towards headshot. You're low HP anyway. They're both coming for that position. Can't nail it though. NBK takes him down. Nice attempt. But the defuse will come in.
Defuse indeed, 13-5 for G2 in this map 1. Of 1, to be fair, but of the doubleheader.
Yeah. It's going to be Nuke next, which will be interesting. Might not be the most tantalizing matchup, but we'll see how that new map plays out. Just pistols here for AGO. Unfortunately for them, it's going to be 14-5. They get Deagles, PD-50s, no armor, no nades.
Smoke down from body. HR pulls back, tries to go for the hut side spam through the garage. Flames gone, boost up. Shock's body certainly ready. They're going to do the same. They are going to do the same. Shocks wins the duel. As Kenny will get Furlan. It's 2 down already. Pistols for the other 3, as was the other 2 to be fair before they perished, but it's now G2 in a good position to make this 14. He's going to try and get something going with the Deagle, but not much has been going AGO's way. Kenny and Shock will close it out all themselves. They with 5 kills together.
Here's the replay. Just a Logitech moment. Here it is, Kenny S with a couple of kills of the M4A1S there. Gets down Toa and Groovy. And I see him there and see he's spawned with the knife out. So a couple more rounds will do it for G2 now. 14-5, no all on either side here. G2 running absolutely fine. Throwing Molotov there to deny any sort of boost coming in. CTs might explore the idea of pushing towards the squeaky door. Boosting up towards Shroud for now. This is quite a way to do it. Really spam, quite a common spam. And 2 frags coming out of it. So and Furlan managing to completely crack open the A side by themselves. CTs definitely go for the retake here, but Furlan has clothesline Shoxy there. And that should be the round. G2. Expecting such a fast play from AGO. Clean sweep as well.
Apex waiting. Here's the vent get blown out. Toa. Won't quite land it. Flash goes in. Back for more, but can't land that either. Toa with the win, and it's 14-6.
Clean sweep comes in. Well played by Furlan. This is the clothesline I was talking about. Boom. This gets him as he crosses over. Shoxy didn't see that one coming. Well, there we have it. The first round, well, second round on the board after the pistol, I should say, for AGO. 2 more still will do it for G2. And they do get a pretty decent buy. Body is the only compromise with the MP9. The more utility in the armor. Kenny S from the AWP for the first time in this half, and they're going towards A. 4 players committed. Opening up the squeaky door. We'll have the AWP there. And get the first, and get the both. They can. Groovy manages to actually crack open the side once again. Apex boosted behind though. Enough. He'll get 1, 2 on 3.
Playing aggressive. Snatchy's pinning him down though, and he's losing HP each time he peeks. That nade might do it. It would have. It would have, but he went with the pistol anyway.
Yeah, legged him through the white box, and now 2-on-2. Squeaky door. Furlan will take him down, but not before he found Grubby. Furlan knows exactly where Kenny S is. Wants to play here. Kenny very good in these positions, but surely Furlan has outpositioned him. This is looking too good. Oh God, he actually didn't. If this falls, no, the nade gets him. There we go. Well played. And I think G2 on an eco now.
G2 are on an eco and 2 in a row for AGO. How long will it go?
We'll find out. If G2 keep going aggressive, maybe a lot longer. They'll have to take some more of an eco, probably some deagles out. Please do not fall spy. Take it easy.
They would have a great chant. Let's go, AGO. Let's go, AGO. That'd be a great chant.
Yeah. Birds, 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 birds.
That, not so great.
So I like it.
For obvious reasons. As Shox pushes in, grabs the AK-47. He has position to hold inside a mid-garage, and Toa's got to be very careful as a result of it. There will be no useless rotations, shall we say. Good play from Furlan.
Yeah, he's finding quite a lot of frags here in the last few rounds. Will be a chance now for Shoxy to come behind them. He'll find... Hold your breath. What's he going for here? He's got 2 players in front of him. He wants to make sure he pulls the trigger at the exact right time. He's just being part of the unit now. He's a saboteur. Oh my God, there it is.
That's
lovely
so
work.
good.
And
He wanted them to be as close together as possible is essentially what he was waiting for.
Exactly. The double agent, Shoxy.
Engineer's a spy.
Yeah.
That's a good game. You want to play a game with payloads in it.
Yeah. Well, Furlan probably trying to work out what's going on with the team. And Shoxy does give up one more. Furlan with another double kill here. DK goes to the wall bank into his position. Okay, will be dropped, so great work by Shoxy, but not enough to win the round. Still, we go on.
Shoxy, Shoxy, Shoxy. What a way to win it.
Well,
Or at least this situation, I should say. Sorry. Again, doesn't want to snap so it's too far away and they have a chance to turn around and gets nice and close, boys. Ends up being a pretty far rotation in terms of his aim, but still fairly close together. He was close enough to them. They're big enough targets and all of the rest. Still, though, it's 14-8 and AGO recover. It's now their turn to try and go against guns again for G2, who struggle to find that penultimate point. Door open, flash through. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Click, click, boom. And back in. Not bad, except for that they kind of blinded themselves and Kenny wasn't blind. So ultimately not great.
this round, though, it's going to be trades for days, 3-on-3, but damage inflicted towards Furlan and Groovy. Then we'll get the smokes down here. Bomb should be planted. It's up to MBK to try and deny. He could go for the spray if he's feeling brave. Jumps up on the E-box here to have a look over the smoke, but can't spot anything just yet. We'll have to wait for his teammates to rotate in. Snatchy is not behind the forklift. He's actually the main entrance there. And MBK encroaches in his position, gets his head blown off, and it will be now an advantage once again to AGO. They could actually be causing a little bit of grief towards G2 as he finds another kill towards CT Spawn. Shoxy, 3 versus 1. He can't handle it. It was Kenny S, like you said, finding the players that blinded themselves out of the squeaky door, but all of a sudden, Furlan and Snatchy arrive and manage to find all the frags required. Snatchy to finish things off with the AWP. They're looking for double digits here. This should be one of the biggest turnarounds of the league so far, considering the 2 teams on the server right now. And G2 looking like they're having so much fun in the first half. To lose this now would be disastrous.
I've seen worse things, I'm afraid to say, but yes, a disaster nonetheless. With that said, it's MBK. Ooh, Snatchy's got him shut down. You're right. This would be a massive disaster. What am I saying? I just can't picture it, but now all of a sudden, it's getting closer and closer. With MBK down, they'll back off. No damage dealt by him. They can control the round with relative ease. With steez, Henry. Style with ease. Decent play. From Grubby.
It's just a full eco for G2. A few deagles, but no frags obtained. Snatchy and Groovy getting it done, showing themselves to be, when they get going, when they're on the side they're comfortable, and they can be quite a dangerous team here. be then rotating back in.
Grubby and Toe to work toward body, Kenny, and this man, who at the top of the boost is at his apex. Can't do anything for it. Toe has gotten body. Another round to AGO. Convincing as well. They're building up a bank.
14 to 10. Double digits now for AGO. Things starting to get a bit troublesome for G2 here. Not so fun anymore, is it? As they start to lose consecutive rounds, getting reset all over the place. They will bring out the AWP for Kenny S. They could bring out a double if they want to, as well. Take a tactical timeout.
Why do we have that logo in-game instead? I think they updated the graphic, because yesterday we were using that, and now we have the new one.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't been updated everywhere.
That one's kind of lame, though, isn't it?
It's not as good. It's like the Angels, like it reminds me of like an American sports logo.
Yeah.
Which, for the most part, are not all that creative. That said, it's a tactical timeout for G2. Yes, you're reading that right. They are struggling to close this game.
I'm sure they still will, but AGO making it competitive. We'll see what happens. Tactical timeout indeed. We'll get back into it now. We'll have a look at the weaponry for G2. Did they go for that double AWP setup? Is Shoxy going to join him? It's MBK. Remember, they do swap up the AWP responsibilities between them. Depending on the map, it seems like MBK is like technically the secondary AWP these days, but Shoxy will pick it up from time to time as well. Kenny S up against him now. Snatchy has been kind of starting to hit some shots. Apex still can line up the Molotov to stop the boost there. And they'll be heading towards B. Quite a decisive call. No one second guessing it. Everyone's made their way over there. It's not going to be a split. Straight up play with the smoke in the entrance. Molotov towards Checkers, pressing the CTs back. And they're going to try and get in that position and get into towards that site. There will be MBK of the AWP towards Headshot. Apex, what I believe is towards Heaven. He's actually in Checkers, okay. Smoke's coming in. Apex to try and...
One. AGO, my goodness. Where's this coming? This is a game. This is another one that might have overtime written on it. Kenny S not hitting shots either. That's going to allow the bomb to cross, and PHR can put that down on the site. Snatchy's gotten shocks. It's all Kenny 1 versus... Yeah. Afraid so, Kenny. Run away. 14-11, and they're looking convincing. Kenny will smoke off the exit from B because he just wants to get away with the AWP. He's not going to spot this coming. Furlan wants to push through. Did see the nade, so he got ready for it. There's only 3 rounds between them all of a sudden.
It's crazy, and this should be the money. Not in a good spot for G2 as well. As you can see, 3 of them pretty much on 0. Kenny S not far behind. He has to save that AWP. 20 kills for Snatchy. You're absolutely right. We've got a game. Remember, G2 still need to post-match point. They haven't got to that point just yet. It's going to be 7-3. After winning the pistol and then being reset, God knows what would happen if they got the 0. Kenny S found. He can't take a peek again. He can't afford to go down here. So, they have got enough to buy some sort of weaponry here. Kenny S can drop 1 M4. It actually won't be too bad of him dropping that. Body could buy himself, so they'll at least have an okay situation. MBK goes with a scout instead. Not great in terms of utility. One defuse kit available. They lose this, then we really have got a game on our hands. They'll be full eco 14-12.
Yeah, this would be remarkable.
This is the round that really...
If they lose to AGO and then lose Shocks due to surgery, I don't see them making the finals. And this is a defending champion team.
That's right.
Not the defending champion. But in 2017, they won one of the 2 Pro Leagues. PHR, look at the entrance. Down goes Kent, down goes Shocks. Body's only going to hit 1. Oh, I take it back. He manages to control the spray and just barely gets PHR as well. They then trade. A subsequent kill for Apex leaves us at 2-2, but look, it's Snatch. Apex is not going to see this coming. He's dead. Goodbye. And not only that, he spotted MBK. What a round.
They're getting tested right now. G2 need to take some more tactical time. As I said, if they win that round, we really have got a game on the cards. It will be PHR opening the squeaky door. Let's have a look at these shots. 2 straight away. So I think he spotted the gun barrel of Kenny S. Then comes out. I have no idea he's that fast. That's insane. Spots him through the door, then comes out, rails 1 of forklift. That looks almost impossible. He pulls it off. There will be one more buy for G2 here. Don't know how they're scraping together this sort of money. Shoxy goes down through the smoke. That's Furlan. Good know what's happening here.
Well, there's a lot happening, and it's all happening in favor of AGO. What a half they've put together, and what a comeback they have thrown in the face of G2. And it's now time for them to respond. Pressure on. Shock's down again already as well. And it's Furlan that got the kill. He'll be taken out by Body. Good control of middle late. As an execution toward B seems to be the initial plan. The approach. Ooh, the spray through. I thought Kirby was gone. The nade. Won't quite make it. I think it took one more HP off, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I'm very much mistaken, as Murray Walker would say. They're still setting up toward Toxic. Molotov's in. Smokes and flashes behind them. It's Kirby that wants to make the move. Apex will take out Snatchy. A good kill to find. Kenny's going to step on top of it. They might secure overtime at the very least. And finally, ooh, I say finally. I thought the last kill was winning. Kirby was losing HP. He went red, but he's not dead. He's gotten 2. And Body goes down. He can pull this back from a 4 versus 1. Fakes the ball plant. Oh, nearly kills out Apex. It would have left MBK on 26, but G2 just barely hold on.
High octane CS there to close out the round. It looked like AGO had done enough, but no, Apex denies it. Time is ticking away, and he manages to find match point for G2 there. Round number 13, match will be paused. Looking for overtime now, of course. It will be Kenny S doing the work of the M4A1S. Done. Yeah. There we go then. Player dropped out. Technical timeout, I would imagine.
It is a quick restart of a computer. A personal computer.
Kenny S. His. Groovy takes him down, gets the double frag. Restart the PC apparently is required right now.
I'd like to restart my PC because this game has caught me by surprise.
Well, the thing is, G2 looked like they were just having fun in the first half.
They did.
Running around, just not really deploying any tactics, double krieging, just enjoying themselves, and then all of a sudden, they lost the pistol. Then they came back with a force by G2. Thought, okay, well, that's it now. The game will be closed out. 3 rounds in a row for G2, but then out of nowhere, AGO started fragging and fragging incredibly hard. One more round for G2 will do it. I still predict they will win, but overtime definitely possible. So technical timeout where one of the PCs is restarted here. Find out if that comes in. It shouldn't take too long, I'd imagine. Here's the scores on the doors right now. Snatchy versus Apex. It's going to be Apex with 25 kills. Great game from him. ADR 89. 56% headshot percentage. AK-47 kills 19. 22 kills for Snatchy. And he's been AWPing as well, to be fair. So difficult to really dissect his weaponry uses there. Here's the overall scores. Groovy 18, Snatchy 22, Furlan, PH Sharp, Toe at the bottom, Apex 25, Kenny S 24, MBK 21, Shoxy 17 and 18. Him and Body are the only negative players on G2. 89 ADR, but Groovy on 94 ADR. Only with 18 kills. That doesn't quite seem right, but there we go.
Wow. Let's get it underway, shall we?
Looks like everything's back in.
We will go. Body holding on to just the FAMAS. AK carried over for Apex. AK is across the board with Snatchy on his customary weapon, the AWP. Amazingly
Gifted.
no, there's no G in AWP.
I thought you did an AGO.
Amazingly wonderful
Person.
power. all-weather proof.
Oh, there we go. Snatchy boosted up. We have seen this come back into fashion recently. A lot of teams trying to
Advanced
use this boost.
weaponry something, I'm sure.
Unless you got something at the end.
Personalization.
Don't say it. Personalization, all right. And will be body. The FAMAS in hand. You can see, once again, even though GT won the previous round, lose one, 15-13, they'll be on like double eco time. If they lose this, it's almost certainly going to be overtime. This is the chance now for GT to close things out. They're fully invested. The money will be in tatters if they lose this. I can't stress that enough. What has Shoxy & Co. got in store for us here?
Kirby goes toward A main. Molotov down to cover off Cubby. A flash into A main that doesn't really amount to much, and they've got to be very careful because when they go, oh, the flash is perfect. Just look how many there. Body gets two, not all three. If he got in the third, I'd call this done. But a spade is not a spade until such time that the round is on the board, and Kenny will take down Choa. Good play to get back in the mid, and it is finished this time, I can say with certainty. As it is G2 just barely managing to beat AGO. I'm surprised to hear myself say that in such a regard, but they'll get the win, and they desperately need it.
Good game overall. It seemed like G2 were having a bit of fun. I wasn't too excited at the prospect of AGO in that first half, but they certainly bounced back and showed us they can at least compete at this level. I think G2 has let their concentration slip a little bit, and AGO had some fantastic rounds. Maybe they are going to be a little bit deadly here in the Pro League. But we do have another map coming up, and that's going to be Nuke. So we'll take a quick break and let the analysts dissect this one, and we'll be right back.